This is Coach Peterson. Hello, Coach. You ready to become a Philadelphia Eagle? Yes, sir. You ready to win some Super Bowls? Yes, sir. But I got one question, Coach. Will I be the primary receiver right away? Well, Carson loves to throw to his tight end, and we have one of the best in the NFL in Zach, and we have pretty good veteran receivers in Alshon and Nelson. You'll get playing time this year, but you have to be patient. You've got to be kidding me, sir. With the 14th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles select DeKendrick Manning, wide receiver, Ohio State. We have breaking news from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as first-round pick DeKendrick Manning has not shown up to the team's training camp. Manning has not shown up to any of the team's events as he was not at his introductory press conference the day after he got drafted. He did not show up to mandatory rookie camp, and he has not been in contact with anyone from the organization since he was called during the NFL draft. We have breaking news as the Philadelphia Eagles have traded first-round rookie receiver DeKendrick Manning in a 3-team deal involving the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Looking at the players who will be playing for different teams, let's start with Sherman Cole, who has spent his first 2 years in the NFL with the Miami Dolphins. He is being traded to Philadelphia. Cole has been a starter both seasons, but hasn't been on the field a lot due to the scheme, as the Dolphins have mainly ran a 4-2-5 scheme. As you can see, his downs played is nowhere near as high as the nickel cornerback Xavier Howard. He'll be a somewhat big loss, but the Dolphins have a solid replacement in Logan Wilson. Then Anthony Johnson, the talented receiver, 2019 Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's headed to the Bay Area, San Francisco. This is certainly a bigger loss for the Dolphins, as Johnson has been very consistent. 50 catches in each of his first 2 seasons, over 1,000 as a rookie, and 11 touchdowns last year. He has been really solid for the Dolphins, complimenting Devontae Parker. Deebo Samuel is headed from San Francisco to Philadelphia, as this is Samuel's third season from South Carolina. Deebo Samuel has not gotten a lot of playing time with the San Francisco 49ers, as he has just 8 catches in each of his first 2 seasons combined. He would get more playing time this year had he still been on the roster with the departure of Pierre Garçon, but since he's headed to Philadelphia, he won't have to worry about not getting playing time in San Francisco and should get time in Philly. But how about DeKendrick Manning? Where is he heading up? Well, he's going to South Beach, joining the Dolphins. Here are the official details of the trade. Miami will be receiving DeKendrick Manning, the 49ers' 4th-round pick, and a future 6th from the 49ers. The 49ers will be receiving wide receiver Anthony Johnson, and the Eagles will be receiving the Dolphins' 1st-round pick, as well as Sherman Cole and Deebo Samuel. So by far the most interesting part of the offseason didn't even happen on the stream, as DeKendrick Manning is now a member of the Miami Dolphins. So taking a look at this team, the roster isn't too different, but there are a few changes. Starting on the offensive line, 4 of the 5 starters have returned. However, Josh Sitton did retire, and Orlando Brown, who was acquired from the Baltimore Ravens, will be replacing him at that left guard spot. Emmanuel Sanders also retired, who was the slot wide receiver, and there are 2 players who have a chance to replace him at that spot. The first one is free agent signee from the Cincinnati Bengals, John Ross. Ross did not have a successful 4-year tender in Cincinnati, but he does have speed. He ran a 4.22 40-yard dash, which is the NFL Combine record. And as you see, he's not just fast, but he has pretty good hands, and he's a solid route runner. And then the other option is 3rd-round rookie out of LSU, Walker Bond. Bond is certainly more raw than John Ross, but I think he has more upside. Not quite as fast, he has better hands. However, he's nowhere near the route runner, and that is Bond's biggest weakness. If he can figure that out, then he can be a great receiver in this league. On the defensive side of the ball, obviously Logan Wilson will be replacing Sherman Cole at that outside linebacker position. And then the only other new starter is Desmond King, who was signed in free agency from the Los Angeles Chargers. he will be playing at that nickel cornerback role. Perhaps the scariest secondary in the NFL just got even scarier. Now we're going to have a quick time lapse of all the players the Dolphins cut. Mainly they just put people on practice squads. They actually didn't cut many people. So here you go. Hope you enjoyed the video.